here I would say we're always from a position of defense with racism. You know, we're always saying, I'm not racist, I have a black friend. I'm not racist, black people go to my church. I'm not racist, I like
garage black.
Yeah, I painted my garage black. I'm not racist, I listen to hip-hop music. I'm not racist, I bought the Beyonce album. I'm not racist, you know, I went to a sporting event with my black friend. I'm not racist, I ate lunch with my black friend at lunch. We're always defending racism. You can never change anything until you accept
that there is a problem.
That there is a problem. Before I got help with my addiction, I had to say and admit and realize that I was a drug addict. I had to, or nothing would change.
Well, there was no problem.
Or there was no problem. So here, this whole homelessness thing was that although I'm the executive director of a homeless organization and I had that box checked for I help people, you know, I still felt an emptiness inside because I wasn't directly, personally involved in helping people, and I would still not give homeless people a couple of dollars, or I'd still walk around homeless people when I was off for work on the weekends, and I would still not stop and help a homeless person walking down the road, you know, because I'm helping 85 people a day through my role at the House of Hope. I'm doing my part.
Check that box.
Check that box. And that's why I did what I did this week, and going to continue to do what I'm doing. With racism, I'm racist. Let me tell you why. Because I'm glad that I'm white and I'm not another race. I'm happy that I'm white and I'm not another race.
You got it. You got it, Brian.
That's why I'm racist. That's that. With the best of intentions all along the way, you don't have to be exercising your race and being in the majority of your race on other races to be racist. The simple fact that you are glad that you're not the other race.
You rejoice in it.
You're happy in it.
Yes.
Whether you rejoice or not, or you're just like, man, I do not want to be a black person, you know. Then you're racist because you realize the value of your race, and you realize the privilege and the position that you stand in. So I'm white, I'm in the dominant race, and I'm glad that I'm white. And whether I exercise my position as the dominant person in the race or not, my happiness with the race, not who I am, you know, but what I am and the position I have is racist. That's why people are always saying you got to step down from your position of white privilege. And I can never understand it because I can never admit that I have a trouble with race, because how can you step down and step into someone else's race if you don't recognize the good position that you're in?
Now let me answer something for you. It's the same thing that we trying to tell the people to do
with the homeless.
That's right. You got to get down there in the homeless with them and help them up. That's what Denver told Ron. If you want to really help a homeless person. Now, if you really wanted to, if a white person really wanted to help a black or a Mexican or anybody of you know, minority, they got to step down from this white privilege or their white, you know, supremacy to help them. They have to do it. And let me say this: it's okay to be pro-white. Being pro-white is not being racist. You could be pro-white and still help people of minority. Actually, you're gonna have to be pro-white in order to really help people of minority, because you're gonna have to use your resources, your finances, your supremacy, your privilege to help them. And you're gonna have to know that you are pro in that position to do it. White, I mean. But it's just like black people. We can be pro-black, meaning we're for black people, but we ain't prejudiced. You see what I'm saying? Black people will help other races all the time.
I can see how that would work on the prejudice side, you know, but I can't see how it would work on the racist side, because I would think you couldn't be pro-white from a white position where you're the only one who can be racist. I would think that you'd have to be pro-people from a position of being white in society than pro-white.
Okay, I get it. I get it. And,
See what I'm saying? I mean, you being pro-black is that's not racist.
No, it's
you
not.
can't be racist.
That's what I'm saying. I can't be racist.
But me being pro-white is being racist. No, I gotta be pro-people.
No, you being pro. No. Don't misunderstand. That's what I'm trying to tell you now. You being pro-white would just be you just using your white supremacy and your white privilege to empower, to help yourself first, and then whatever blessings you get, you help others with. Being pro-white don't mean that you're racist. Just like being pro-black don't mean that we're racist. But you already stated the fact that black people can't be racist. Why? Because we're not in a position of authority.
We're not in a position.
And that's why y'all can be pro-white, but you have to not be racist, so that you can have a heart to help the other minorities. That's why God told Moses to go tell Pharaoh to let my people go. Pharaoh was a king. He was high. He was supremacy. He was privileged. You get it? So, man, this is powerful on so many levels for me, because it's opening my eyes on a lot of different things, a lot of different perspectives. It's changed my perception a lot. My whole YouTube channel is a channel about perception, and basically people don't get it. I did my channel in a good way where God inspired me to do my channel in that way, and I didn't even understand it, because it wasn't for money, it wasn't for fame, other than to try to, I wanted some views, but it wasn't to exploit anything. But now I'm beginning to see why my channel is a perspective-based channel, because perception is everything. It is. But your perception says less about the thing that you're perceiving of and all about you. So why you should tweak your perception and twerk it and get it right and adjust it is because your perception could either make or break you. Your perception won't do nothing to nobody else.
Right, yeah, it's not going to do anything to somebody.
It'll do something to you.
It's going to do something to you.
Yeah.
Right. They are truly who they are, regardless of what you perceive them to be.
That's right.
So it can only affect you.
That's right.
Let me say this about the racism part too, is that me and Beyond, we come from different cultures.
Two different walks of life.
Two different walks of life, two different childhoods.
Two different races.
Two different neighborhoods, living environment, cultures,
backgrounds,
diets, just all that. You are not going to bridge the gap of racial divide without being uncomfortable.
And allowing people to be them.
It is in allowing people to be them.
You taught me that because you said you wouldn't allow me to be me, and I wasn't even getting that.
If every time I was around my white friends at lunch, at church, at my home with my daughters, and Beyond was with me at the movies, and I said, "Hey, Beyond, don't say this, don't say that, and this is how you need to act in this environment." Am I getting to know Beyond?
No, you're suppressing Beyond.
I'm suppressing Beyond. Are my friends getting to know Beyond?
Nope.
I didn't get to know Beyond until I quit trying to change and control Beyond.
And you didn't get to know these homeless people out there on them streets either.
Right.
Until you got real with them. See, what you did to yourself, I didn't tell you to do that. You did the same thing you would do to me around your white friends, telling me, "Beyond, don't say these words and don't do this." You did it to your own self around the homeless people, and that's how they knew you was fake.
Yeah, and white people, when you get around your black friends, don't try to act black. You know how stupid it looked for me to walk in and okay, hey Brian, we're going over to see my mom, see my friends. And then I was like, all right, man, let's go. I'm ready.
Or either, all right, man.
All right.
Let's get it done.
Let's go, all right. How stupid is that?
Hey, yo, homie, let's do it.
And instead of saying, hey, how you doing? You know, I'm like, hey.
What's up, my G?
Hello, G's, OGs.
Hey, homies.
Hey, what's up, homies?
Yeah.
Nor would it make sense for Beyond to come around my white friends and be like, hello there, kind sir. How are you today? My name is Beyond Artrell McCullough. Glad to meet you.
That's right. That's right. You're right.
And they'd be like, gosh, your black friend is so nice and quiet and blah, blah, blah. And I'd be like, what are you talking about? It's all nice and quiet and polite. And, well, he's polite and everything. But they would be describing Beyond to me, and I wouldn't know who the heck they were talking about, because if he acted white around my white friends, then that wouldn't be the Beyond that I know.
That you know, that's right. And what I'm sensing, I don't want y'all to think that we just sit up and compare white and black or try to deal with situations just from a negative standpoint. That's not what this is. We're discovering things about ourselves being two different people, two different walks of life. And I'm gonna tell you something else. Helping the homeless, coming together for one common cause and having us being passionate about the same things, which is bringing awareness to homelessness and truly wanting to help homeless people, brought me and you together.
That's it.
So
you gotta have a common ground.
We got a common ground. So I allow you to be you.
You gotta be purposeful. We are very purposeful. Listen, the biggest thing that I had trouble with was I thought that the way that Beyond acted in being who he is affected how people looked at me.
Or tarnish your image.
Or tarnish my image. That's stupid. Beyond being who he is doesn't affect me being who I am.
No.
You know, if you think that, then here, I'm going to lay one heavy on you. Then how you are affects who Jesus is. And so if you're a Christian with all your righteousness and doing all your righteous things, you know, or doing all your stupid things, you know, then that means that how you act affects who he is, the same way it would be for Beyond how he acts to affect who I am. So so for Beyond to act a certain way and me be like, Beyond, please don't do that, you're embarrassing me. Why is he embarrassing me? I'm who I am. I'm not doing it. You know? Why should I be
yourself if you embarrass somebody?
Right, if I'm embarrassed, it's because of my own insecurities, not because of how he's acting.
Or if how I'm acting is embarrassing anybody, it's embarrassing myself.
Right.
If I'm around your friends acting a certain way, I'm embarrassing me.
Right, it shouldn't do anything to me.
But I'm going to tell you what I take from this. Being a black guy that can't be racist. And you know that I'm not prejudiced because I'm loving and I'm kind and I bring peace and love and I feel for all walks of life. But what I get from this is the same struggle that white people are going through to be able to denounce their throne of white supremacy and white privilege to stoop to the level of helping minorities that they clearly need help. It's the same struggles that society is facing with reaching with decreasing, belittling themselves or reaching down to help the homeless people.
Now you can see, and what we'll say, we'll deny the existence of it. We'll say, well, hey, me and Beyond, we went to the same high school. He had the same teachers. He was in the same classes. He went to college.
I went to, played on the ball. Played on basketball game.
Yeah, played basketball. He could have gone to college just like I did, or he went to college just like I did. And we say, you know, white privilege doesn't exist. Well, you know, it doesn't exist. Look, he got all the same things that I did, so he's got the same opportunities that I have. Yeah, but he didn't grow up in a family with a mother and a father, you know, at a certain income level, with a certain consistency, you know, and a certain opportunity and a certain support group that I did.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
We only look at what we see.